Yeah. Well, also YouTube algorithm keeps like with my shorts and stuff like that. I'll like flip and it goes, "Did you notice in Phantom?" I like drop my phone. I've almost cracked my
Yeah.
screen like twice because I'm like, don't you dare, don't you
You want to
dare
know where
show
my
me
algorithm's at?
thirst traps.
D&D, of course, right? And prairie dogs. Wahoo! Jumps down and slides down the hill. I see shots going above his head.
So she's like, oh, great, on her one day off, you're trying to romance this Pan Am chick. I'm like, honey, it's V, it's not me. Come on.
Brought back some old Catholic school memories, did it?
Oh man, yeah, you just okay. You know the DMV slaw.
I know you're going with this.
Yeah, this guy.
You're listening to On the Rewind.
Okay, and welcome back to On the Rewind. Broadcasting on Amherst Island 101.3 FM and on Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts, that's where we are. All right, I'm Adam, and Derek, how's your week been?
Great, except for I accidentally closed my Chrome tab that had all my news tabs on it.
Well, when you're getting back to that, I'll kind of finish off the story where we were talking before we started recording. So I'd like to say it was for Movember, but really it's just because I'm an anxious beard picker. I shaved off the beard. I'm just rocking a full stash right now. And being in customer service, a lot of people have seen me for quite a bit with the beard for the past like 4 years. And I'm getting a lot of compliments on the stash. Almost all of them are from guys. And one guy has been coming into the store for pretty much the past 4 years. Never said 2 words to me. Has a big, thick mustache. And yeah, just out of the blue, said his first 2 words to me. He goes, "Nice stash." And I like, it took me back. And then he started talking to me like, I don't know, almost like you're selling a horse, where you like go around and you're like, okay, he's about 4 hands high. You see this, and like you touch the muscle and you're like, very nice legs and stuff. He was going into like very full stash. I like that. I like how it's coming off the left there. That's very nice. I go, thank you. Okay. He goes, "Nice color. It's going to be nice. Grow it out a little bit more. I think you'll be great." And by the end, I just was in complete silence, kind of creeped out, because it started getting a little past the territory of compliments from a guy that never talks to me. So,
Do you
yeah.
think you just wanted like a guy friend in the situation? Do you think he was like,
No, he has.
you want to touch mustaches?
It felt like it. It literally, like, it seemed like he has no interest in me other as since then. I've seen him. He doesn't talk. It was just the one time where, what are you doing? What are you doing? Take that off.
Getting
Anyways,
some modesty.
yeah, no, they're like, I've seen him since, and he doesn't have any interest in talking to me whatsoever. I don't know if he's gonna cut off my mustache and sell it on the black market, but like, I'm kind of getting that vibe from him, and it's kind of funny, but kind of creepy at the same time.
What was that? It was Bob's Burgers where the dad like shaved his mustache and gave it to like pesto
Yeah,
to get his daughter the date or something like that.
yeah. I remember that episode mostly because there was also a time where he like lost his mustache due to something he was using, and it's so funny because you never realize how much that actually like is a part of the character, but it's a huge part. But yeah, no, that was kind of just like wrapping up that story. There was also, if we're talking about work and something creepy, I do got a story for ya.
Really?
Oh yeah. All right, so we're obviously not like a huge company here on the res, but like we kind of just had like a rule, not even a rule, just something that I think everyone should kind of live by is like no dating coworkers, because it's just like it's just
It's messy.
yeah, it's so messy. Like obviously you can't help what happens, but also it's like my fiance works with me sometimes, so it's kind of hard to say that, but like we didn't meet at work. Um so we had two employees start a relationship, which was completely cool. It was okay, like whatever. It's just I like if this gets messy, then it's going to become a problem. Um
Yeah.
and it it has gotten so messy.
Oh.
It has gotten to the messiest point. I never even thought it would get messy, but it like the girl was like so chill for so long. She was with this boring dude for so long, and it kept her regular. And then as soon as they kind of separated, um it's gone downhill. It's gone downhill like rolling. She started dating this guy at work, and he from the get-go, and she even admits this, was like, yo, this is 100% just messing around. Yeah, just messing around. Like there's nothing to this. No, it's going nowhere. And she admits, she's like, yeah, no, that's perfect. Um about a week in, all of a sudden this guy's coffee table has a centerpiece to it. And he goes, what is this? She goes, oh, it's sage. I think you'll really like it for the house. And he's like, okay, the table I used to do drugs on now has sage on it. That's kind of weird. And then he started noticing like decorations were starting to go around. And he goes, hey, like we're still on the same page here, right? This is still just like chill, like we're just kind of like hanging out, right? She goes, oh yeah, no, I totally get it. He started feeling more and more that it was not reciprocated in the same way. And then all of a sudden he comes home one day after kind of telling her like, hey, we should take a break for a bit because I think you're starting to catch feelings. And she's like, oh yeah, no, I totally get that. I understand. He comes home to a photo that he doesn't remember being taken, being printed out and framed in like an 8x10 frame. And he goes, oh, it's a photo to them. And he's like, uh-oh. And he like goes to the washroom to kind of like chill himself for a bit. He goes, okay, I need to take a breath because I'm getting a little like weirded out. And he looks on the wall there, and there is monogrammed towels with her name on them.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, uh-oh. Yeah, so then he's like, okay, we really, really need to have like a quick second here. And he pretty much told her, he goes, hey, we're through. I'm moving. And he is moving. So I'm gonna move out. I think we should probably end this here at its natural ending. And all of a sudden, he was in a band, like this guy's like middle-aged. He was in a band back when he was younger. Played the drums, and all of a sudden she sends a picture, and she bought him a $4,000 drum kit to so he could give her lessons on how to play the drums.
Yeah, that's not a natural ending conclusion.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I'm laughing at him the whole time because he's middle aged, but he usually goes for like 20-year-olds, and he like this was the oldest lady he's ever dated at like let's say mid 30s, and he's like never had this issue with 20-year-olds. They couldn't care at all about me whatsoever. I just probably remind them of their dad and they hate me. So it works out. But yeah, I'm laughing at him. I'm like, okay, cool. So there's gonna be like macaroni art of your toenails on the fridge next, and like a doll made of the hair that she finds in the
Do they
shower.
both still work there?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they do. Yeah.
Does it come to work or does it stay there?
I gotta give them this. It does not come to work at all. It's creepy how much they are in control of their feelings at work. Like, yeah.
I'll give them props to that.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. I'm very thankful for it. But it's so like props to them, obviously. I just like you wouldn't, even when they were good, you wouldn't know it. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, Kayla and I have a worse time than they do. They're cordial and everything before and after. It's just, yeah. Yeah, so that's been a great managing experience for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just like, yeah, it's not affecting work at all, except for the fact that it's all that they talk about when the other person's not there. So yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I was like, okay, it's bordering, and then you said $4,000 drum kit, and then I'm like, that was just full send.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Like, I've gotten
Right.
death threats written in my mail before, but like I'd take that over drum kits. Yeah. Yeah. You ever had an experience like that?
Not sure if I care to comment on that. But
We keep all names out of this. This is also
Yeah.
we take liability. No, we take we stretch the story for storytelling.
Allegedly.
Yeah, for storytelling purposes, we are stretching the story and taking names out.
No, let's just. I'm gonna simplify this.
Yeah.
I have a tattoo.
Yes.
And you know me. I tend to be the kind of the warm, caring, try and be supportive.
Yeah.
That attracts crazies of all
Yeah.
variety and of all scales.
Okay. I'm waiting for you to tell me that there's a tattoo somewhere that I don't know about.
No, I only have the one.
Okay, just I can't see your
But
partner's
I
name,
am
but
I'm
yeah.
simplifying this. Is
Yeah.
this that I attract crazy?
Yes.
My partner right now, and who will hopefully be a very long-term partner, is probably the least craziest. Yeah.
They ever been with, yeah.
So yeah, I have been in everything from, let's say, a gaslit to I've had one try and stab me.
That's cool. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I can't say that yet. Yeah,
So
I'm pushing
yeah,
her.
no, I would like to reserve a peaceful life and not indulge and put anything out there further
Yeah.
to arise suspicion or awareness of those said individuals.
Yeah. We gotta push your partner a little more. See what we can get. We can get crazy out of that. That's
I finally got it down to a nice simmer. let's not boil it.
But yeah, that was kind of just like
That's
my
not where I was expecting the show to go today.
right. Well, I just like that's good. It's taken up a lot of like the talk at work, which has just been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer your talk about work rather than indulging my previous relations.
I don't know. I always like to throw it to you, see what's going on this side of the world. But
Well, I'm pretty sure my partner that's in earshot does not want to hear this conversation either.
yeah, that's why you gotta get an office.
Yeah.
And we'll talk all sorts of smack. Um, in kind of gaming personal news, I finished Starfield. Not impressed. Not impressed in the slightest.
I can kind of carry that into a news story if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll just end it off. Like, I won't spoil anything for people. It's mostly just all ramping up into making New Game Plus make sense for replayability. That's it. It's just like, think of multiverse theory.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, so this all doesn't matter, so you can start again. It's okay. You can play our game again. And it's
Can I take a
yeah,
like a jab at what the ending is?
oh yeah.
You know that flashy blue or that flashy light in music that you see at the beginning of the game?
Yep.
You just kind of go back to that your entire moment from that point on to the ending is just the vision of that you didn't understand when at the time.
It's pretty much that's pretty much it. What you're looking
to me, that's how New Game Plus works.
Yeah, like New Game Plus is that. Is you see that and you're right back. That's it. Like,
yeah.
In a nutshell, that's pretty much it. They explain what it is, what you're looking at, and then you go back to it, and then you're fine. And then that's it. Yeah. No, it sucks. Oh, yeah.
But, so, on the topic of Starfield.
Yeah?
Just for a brief little interverb of that. They did not make the short list for top 2023 games for the Game Awards. At all. And it's a Bethesda game. I'm pretty sure like Fallout 4, 76, Fallout 3 have all made the game showcase in some form or thing.
Yeah. Because they put so much money into it, it kind of eventually, I don't know, it's kind of like a Taylor Swift song. It's always going to get in no matter what.
Yeah. But they didn't make the short list. Before I indulge into that, someone who I've worked with is released a fantasy novel. Or I guess book. It's one of a trilogy. It's actually probably a pretty big book. It's like it's like 252 pages.
Yeah, I think we looked at this, or maybe this was just us talking one day.
Yeah, no, he was talking about it. Just not trying to dox anyone here.
Yeah.
But for his sake, for the book here, it kind of, well, it's called Rain Comes. It's spelled Rayne, and then comes as in come here.
Yeah.
The author's name is Paul Johnson. According to what last time I talked to him, he's already writing that on the next one. So, it's not a George R.R. Martin situation.
Yeah,
what's he doing? Not writing. But I've read a little bit of it. So the prologue it's almost like a Aragorn from Lord of the Rings kind of story, but not like when he's established. More of like, just like if you could imagine like one of his like earlier adventures.
Yeah.
Of like fighting, the evil forces. It's kind of like a tale of that. Like one of the things that leads to I've seen some shit. But with that, it kind of has 3 protagonists in total. And where the prologue kind of leads off on is the big bad pretty much saying we gotta exterminate a bloodline. Okay. And so it's this whole, like, it's a fantasy book.
Yeah. So like they gotta kill Aragorn's bloodline.
Not exactly Aragorn's in this one. It's like, Aragorn's never been like the true lead. He's kind of just like a protagonist of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like a D&D party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But So I'll read a little blurb from it here, or like, kind of the summary here for the audience to come check out. Again, this is Rain Comes by Paul Johnson. In a mythical world of shapeshifters, goddesses, swords, and sorcery, Khan, a lone warrior, has spent generations protecting an ancient deposed royal bloodline, but he's always known that there would come a time when his protections would no longer be enough. The time has finally come.
Okay, I like it.
There's a little bit more to it, but just for time of compacting the episode, I'll leave it at that. It's on Amazon. He's working on getting it in Chapter/Indigo. I think it's just a matter of like pre-orders and stuff like that, or getting it to there. It's funny. One of our co-workers there, he's got he ordered the first copy, got it signed from him, and it was kind of funny. It's just the conversation at work's always like, "Hey, how far have you gotten?" It's like this. It's like it's kind of like it's like, "Hey, you buy my book yet?" It's all in good fun, and I read the blurb. It's good. I'm just like, I want to get the hardcover, but it's like you can get the Kindle thing. That's gonna be like $5. You get the soft cover. It's a little bit more than that. You get like the hardcover. That's where the big money comes in. You're spending because it's a it's got a publisher he's gone through here, and an editor as well. Just a throw, in case you're interested in the cover art there, that if you guys end up searching it up, it's Jay Corbelt is the illustrator that Paul worked closely with to get the design that he wanted.
That's sweet that he has a team behind him.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually looking at the press company that was there. It says it's cheaper there, but I know if you buy it directly from the press that he's under, but the shipping's $20, which comes out to you're gonna be cheaper going on Amazon.
Yeah,
than buying it straight from the press.
That's a problem with Amazon. Everything's cheaper.
Well, even Julia there is she's self-published through Amazon herself there for her books. But he went through a proper publisher and stuff like that. He's talked about how it's like if he ends up doing a book signing, the whole workforce has got to come in there and stand and fill the lobby.
I love that. Also, if I was the guy with the first edition, I would be like, "Have you blown up yet? Because I want to sell this. I have the eBay listing already ready."
Oh, he already does the line. It's like, yeah, I'll sell it after I become the lead actor. Those two are pretty close. They've worked a couple other jobs together.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, though.
Yeah. So that's the last little thing I kind of want to throw in there. As for my week, the interesting thing that's kind of got me, thankfully, I got some family that kind of backed me up and helped me out on a certain situation there, but this is the second time in about under a year span that I've had my vehicle parked where it's supposed to be parked, and another vehicle has hit it.
No way. Where?
In front of the house.
Jesus.
Took the entire driver's side mirror off, and then I had to look up the bylaws, which inevitably showed it's like, yeah, you need a mirror, otherwise you can get a ticket. I'm like, well, I gotta buy this and like 2 other parts. I can't afford a ticket right now, so
yeah. But like,
called in a favor. I helped my mom hang up the Christmas tree lights and everything else in the decorations, and assembled her decor for the outdoors.
Yeah.
To get a ride to work for this week.
But like, what? Did you catch the guy, or did you just come out and there was
no? It was so. Partner left around 2:00. It was still attached. Nothing was fine. Came back around 5, and it was messed up.
Oh damn! Do your neighbors have like Ring cameras out or anything?
No, but I decided I'm gonna buy one for the folks for a Christmas gift. So it's like, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like between all of my like parents' property and like the porch thieves and everything else like that. It's just kind of like, you know what? Now's the time to start like bettering. Like it's more accessible than it's ever been. It's not, like I remember seeing ads when we were a fair bit younger, like probably just out of high school. Like if you want a home security system, you're probably looking around $200, and that was before all the inflation.
Oh yeah.
You can go get a, because of the I think it's the Black Friday deal for this week.
Yeah.
But you can go get a ring right now for like $69.99 plus shipping. It came out to like $80.
Yeah, I actually just one of our pumpers, he wanted a system and he's a bit older. So I told him what to buy and I installed it for him. But like I was talking before, you would have to like you said, it'd be $200 and you'd also
And it's a subscription.
Yeah. And you'd also have to like get a guy to come install it because it was so difficult and you'd have to wire it all up. And it's like now anyone can do it. I showed the pumper like how to scan the QR code and he put up the everything else.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like so user friendly now. It's so accessible. It's like, yeah, no, it's the gift that keeps on giving too. Yeah, especially if you're parking on the street. That sucks.
Yeah. On some more Amazon news, we did the good. Now it's the we're gonna skip from the bad to the ugly. Amazon layoffs. You hear about this?
No.
The company is cutting just over 180 jobs in its the game division and refocusing the work it does with the free games it offers to Amazon Prime subscribers, and changing, and they're shutting down the Cran channel that streams on Twitch, closing its game growth effort for their marketing. They're kind of, well, they're gonna do more like offers with like, hey, if you have Prime you get this in this game.
Yeah.
They're gonna focus more on that, but they're closing down more of their gaming. And in April, there's a layoff of more than 100 staffers and their game organization. So they're slowly, it sounds like they're slowly kind of just like dwindling out all their studios, which is kind of interesting because you know that MMO they published, the New World?
Yeah.
It's actually doing a lot better. The community, like it has a niche community. It's growing. It's doing well. They like, I think the big thing is like they threw mounts in the game, and it's like, oh, we don't have to walk everywhere. Big map.
Yeah.
And the interesting game concept behind that is like you get your typical MMO, but it's kind of action based. So it's not like the World of Warcraft hotkeys. It's, you got your light, your heavies, some kind of combo mechanics and some specials.
Yeah.
And you don't have a class. You can equip anything. You just specialize in things.
Okay. I like that though.
Yeah.
I've always
You gotta do anything, and you could always respec for like cheap fee. But the big end game content is that each town and each district, you could try and hold a piece of territory. There's 3 factions, and you enlist in one after like level 10. So the whole thing is like you can opt into PvP and try and control towns.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Kind of like that idea.
Really good idea. Worked out really well early on, but now they started pumping content into the game, so now it's actually got some legs to stand on.
Yeah. I'm still kind of taken back by the amount of layoffs.
Yeah, it's like 280, like that's game jobs, you know what I mean? Like it's like when it's not like, well, I guess it is kind of like, it's like, it's a huge company. But you gotta think like each warehouse, like there's only like maybe, I don't know if they get up to like the thousands of employees at a warehouse, maybe like one of the big ones possibly. Yeah. Between like the HR and the office staff and the workforce. But still, if you're looking at like where I currently work, we only have 25 employees.
Yeah, for a huge building. Yeah.
for for factory.
Yeah.
So if you're at if two people call in sick, that's like 10% of our workforce gone. Not quite, if you really think about the extra 5 and all that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, I was there when it was 12. Two people calling sick there. That's a
Yeah.
significant amount more.
Yeah.
Because like as it grows, it's like it's scale, but that's still like that's 280 people.
Yeah. No, and it's funny too because
Layoffs happen, but it's like during that worst. You don't want to hear about layoffs during the winter.
Yeah. It's like,
Like
dude, come on, it's Christmas.
where I work is like we had the announcements. Yeah, we're gonna kind of stop hiring for now and kind of get people to train up and get proficient. Which, in my opinion, another word is just saying, yeah, we're at budget capacity for the people that we have right now. We need to, earn more before we take on more.
Yeah. And like
Which is usually how that goes. It's essentially working at a startup is what I'm doing right now.
yeah. And you're like, and now they want to improve on the people that they have instead of hiring
Yeah.
more people.
A lot more cross training and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of places they do that during the winter. They kind of like, all right, we got the contracts locked in. We'll get more during the next summer boom. Right? Like
Yeah.
out right now, it's just like about getting the orders that we already have out. It's not like we're getting new orders. The orders that we're doing are the ones that are already in place.
Yeah.
We're probably still getting new orders. Like there's probably a good backlog. But like thankfully there's no word of any layoffs for the winter, right?
Yeah.
But when you're doing things that are shipping, when you're working in the construction industry, that's different. Gaming and stuff like that, that's like, year-round job. That's an office job.
I don't know. Like, and
There should always be the next project if things are going well.
well, that's just it. Yeah. Half the team's usually working on the next thing while the other one's finishing off the last thing.
Yeah, when you're getting updates, it's usually a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
Speaking of skeleton crews and updates, though, Modern Warfare 3.
Okay.
Have you heard anything about it?
I have been so off of news. What is up?
All right, so confirmed through insider sources, it was originally the campaign they put in Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to be an expansion on Modern Warfare 2. A while back they said we're not going to do yearly releases. We're gonna swap out studios each year. Like you got your Treyarch 1 year at Division. They backed on that. They saw where Activision they saw where Activision was currently at and said, yeah, make that a full thing release. So your $30 expansions now or I guess a $40 in Canadian is now a $90 game.
Oh, no way.
And all the MW2 maps that were supposed to be drip fed back into MW2, the old ones.
Yeah, now
those are they just pushed all those maps.
Oh,
and so you're getting old map multiplayer. Now, mind you, that's a certain niche. People our age, that's actually it's a tempting thing.
Yeah, I saw Rust.
Exactly.
Rust makes me want to bust. Anyways, continue.
But essentially the campaign with only a handful of thriller missions that actually kind of have a linear progression.
Yeah.
They pretty much drop you in a Warzone tutorial.
Oh, okay.
They use the old Warzone map for the campaign. And you're just running around doing objectives.
I love it. It's like using Unity assets. It's
yeah. So that's kind of the story on that. And the zombies,
yeah.
they actually I think it got patched out, but they forgot to take DMZ off a couple of the load screens. Zombies is literally just co-op DMZ with zombies instead of players that you're fighting.
Oh, man.
You're doing objectives, you're shooting some zombies, and then you're extracting.
It's not like they weren't making money when they actually tried. It's just now they want...
Yeah.
Yeah. They want to make way more money with less
They
effort.
used to make really good stuff. And now it just feels like all their people are focused on making the next skin pack.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. If you see some of those
Like their skins are AAA, but their game is like AA.
Yeah. Yeah. If you
At best.
see some of those skins that are like changing with your kill streak, they look very intricate and really cool, but it's just not worth
Oh,
it.
yeah.
'Cause that's where all the
But-
money is.
Modern Warfare 3 review scores are below Redfall, Forspoken, and every other Call of Duty game.
Ooh.
So Modern Warfare 3 at a Metascore critic falls at a 53
That's
out of 100.
not good.
It's like
Isn't
it's
No
like
Man's
old-
Sky better than that?
Currently, yeah.
Yeah. That's not good.
Like you got Modern Warfare 2 that was 75. You had Vanguard, which I heard a lot of people hate on Vanguard.
Yep.
73. Black Ops Cold War 76.
What was that?
2019's Modern Warfare 80. Black Ops 4, which didn't originally have a campaign and people rebelled against, was an 83.
What was that one that got like the most disliked trailer before Justin Bieber's song? It was the one with space.
Infinity Warfare, which was a 77.
That's sad.
With the user score being 1.4 out of 10.
Oh. Which is funny because it's pandering so much to the user. You would
And-
think that'd be up.
And if you doubt these statistics, go look up the Forbes article because that's what I'm pulling from.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the On the Rewind research team fact checking everything Derek says. We're good.
Yeah. If I didn't fact check it, I say allegedly.
Oh.
I shouldn't quote myself on that. Oh God. Now there's pressure.
No, we have a whole team.
Allegedly I fact check. But going on with the ugly, we're gonna slowly transition through the bad and into the good here. So the Game Awards for 2023 nominations, we got Alan Wake 2 and Baldur's Gate 3 leads the pack with 8 nominations each.
Yeah, I can see that. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, but like it looks amazing.
Yeah. So our contenders for the short list is Game of the Year. We got Alan Wake 2,
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which we kind of knew was going to be there.
Oh yeah.
Resident Evil 4 remake, which Resident Evil 4 kind of knew it was going to end up there because it's kind of the hidden gem classic that's now been remastered.
Yeah, but I wouldn't think it would make that.
Resident Evil 4 has been ported on everything. Like you got the PS2, you got the GameCube, you have it on Wii. It got its own port on Wii. It got ported to PC.
Oh yeah, it's like Minecraft.
Yeah, essentially, it was survival horror Minecraft. Well, it's not Minecraft, but how it got ported everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
Now, I understand the Legend of Zelda one.
Yeah.
I would never play it. I'm more of an Ocarina of Time guy. There is just way too much
Is there?
to do in the new Legend of Zelda games. There's physics-based crafting. If you want to assemble, you could, with the certain materials in that game, make a car. I don't know how you're supposed to complete the game when they just give you like Gary's Mod Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. Physics-based crafting is hilarious to think of, though. Just seems too complicated for a Zelda game.
It's not though. It's just like snapped together. While I'm searching up something here, I'll keep reading here.
Yeah.
So we got best game direction, which again follows those. Best adaptation: Castlevania Nocturne, the animated series on Netflix.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo, PlayStation Production, Sony Pictures. Last of Us, HBO. Super Mario Bros. Movie by Illumination, and Twisted Metal, the TV show, which was really good. I liked Twisted Metal.
I haven't seen it yet, but it's on that list, and it looks good.
You would love it.
Yeah. Oh, that look, yeah, it
But
does.
make sure you clear your day, because it's one of those ones that you're like, I'm gonna stop, and then you watch the next episode. It's like, I gotta stop, I gotta go to bed, and you watch the next episode.
Oh yeah, no. Well, you know that Kayla has a sleep mask now because of me. Because I just
It's funny. I got a sleep mask because of my partner, because of The Simpsons going 24/7. But here I am watching YouTube on my phone before I pass out, so I don't use it as much. Though I did grab the one with the Bluetooth so I could listen to it and cover my eyes. I started falling asleep better with that.
Yeah, it's give
Just
and
gotta get
take.
some more melatonin. So best narrative,
Yeah.
it's gonna change up. So we got Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, we got Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom
Yeah.
Liberty.
I need to get back into that because
It's got a nomination, which is cool.
yeah. Well, also YouTube algorithm keeps like with my shorts and stuff like that. I'll like flip and it goes, "Did you notice in I like drop my phone. I've almost cracked my screen like twice because I'm like, don't you dare, don't you
Do you
dare
know where
show
my
me."
algorithm's at?
Thirst traps.
D&D, of course, right? And Prairie Dogs, wahoo.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I escaped the red pill and got to the Prairie Dog, wahoo. Yeah.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
I don't know.
Don't
But I'll
you
send you a
hate
clip
that
after
sometimes?
the show. Or actually, I'll try and get you Tears of the Kingdom crafting. Alright.
But yeah, it's so funny how algorithms just, yeah. Sometimes they miss the mark and you're just like, what am I looking at?
I am fine with the Prairie Dogs. Like, completely fine.
Yeah.
I'll actually like I'll stay and watch it. Like, I want one, and then I'll be told it's like we can't have one. All right. Here is a sample of the kind of like the crafting that goes on, the craziness they do.
Oh, okay.
That one's not too crazy. Here's a crazy one. So someone made like the water ski air fan thing here on this one. But they kind of circle back while you're going through that to get on the game through more of the game awards here. So best art direction, and I really like the second choice they got here. So of course we got Alan Wake 2. Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I have not.
It's an action game. You're just like this. You're like this young adult teen, like almost kind of teen, who's listening to their music, who's trying to get a job at the factory, and you have your old MP3 player blasting music, and you're like, yeah, I want to be a rocker, and you end up falling into this augmenting machine, where your MP3 player contaminated the process, so now your heart's an MP3 player, and so you dodge to the beat, you attack to the beat, and it's not turn-based. You just get more, you do more damage, and you get more invincibility frames when you do things to the beat, and the whole world vibrates to the beat. Like, you see the trees and everything else like that.
Oh, that is sick.
It's on Game Pass. I highly recommend you check it out if you have Game Pass. It's funny because they got the licensed music, like everything from like the Black Keys, 3 Days Grace, I think, like my kind of rocker era. But then they also have some upbeat kind of hip hop R&B stuff, and then they have their own music for like the streamers and stuff like that, and that got its own award. And it's actually best score in music, Hi-Fi Rush. They made their own music, and it got rated better than the licensed music.
That, oh my god. I know, I like that. I also like the fact that they took into account streamers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Well, it was one of those sleeper hits, right? Like, they didn't really do much marketing for it. They just kind of put it out there, and then the streamers kind of did the lift. I happened to watch some of the people that, check out those kind of indie things.
Yeah.
But it's not even really indie. It's published by Bethesda. It's made by Tango Gameworks.
That is cool. And also, yeah, no marketing whatsoever because I'd never even heard of it. But
like it's now like a clip on like a Game Pass trailer, but that's as much marketing as you got for it.
yeah,
And like an IGN trailer the first day that got swept under the rug pretty quick by everything else going on.
it's kind of like Teardown. Teardown kind of got like brought up by streamers and stuff like that.
So that was best art direction. Liza P. Have you seen that?
Yes,
That's the Pinocchio Dark Souls.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
kind of
that was kind of its own interesting thing, and it's actually gotten really good praise. It's not very open world. It's got its linear path,
Yeah,
but I kind of like that, and a lot of people do too, because it's like you have this whole like, oh, I gotta explore all this. Yet sometimes you just want to be pointed in a direction and enjoy the ride.
yeah. Because then everything is like mashed into that exact linear path. It's not
Yeah.
spread out everywhere.
That's why people like Call of Duty campaigns, until this one when they made it a complete open world and just a Warzone tutorial. Literally, you know how you open up chests in Warzone?
How?
You remember how you've played Warzone?
Oh yeah. Doesn't it just like pop open and everything?
Yeah, you just hold a button, it pops open.
Yeah.
Guess what's in the Modern Warfare 3 campaign and how you get different guns?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. In the
Um,
campaign?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was rushed. It was meant to come out like as a DLC, and then they like, you gotta drag it into a full campaign. I think it's only like 6 hours. But
See, they
I
made
need to
such
stop getting
good
off the Modern
ones.
Warfare 3 thing. And the sad thing is, I want to get it because it has the old MW2 maps, and they know that's what's gonna sell it.
Oh yeah, that's like their last ditch effort to try and grab an audience.
Yeah.
Especially if I had a kid right now, I'd be like, no, we settle this now on Rust. We need you are not you don't want to eat your vegetables? Okay. Interventions, Rust. Let's go.
They don't even have the old guns. It's all new guns.
Oh. Well, you should at least have it so you can unlock the intervention.
But yeah, so you got Hi-Fi Rush again scoring best scoring music with Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate 3. Final Fantasy 16, which Square Enix always does like the heavy orchestra. If the Final Fantasy game was released that year and it's not in the best score in music, something's wrong with that year. Best audio design, different titles that we've seen so far in here is we got Dead Space, the remake.
Yep.
We had a lot of like heavy hitting games come out this year.
I want to cut you off, but also ask you, have you played Alan Wake 2 yet?
No, but it's one of those ones where like I want to watch nobody talk and watch the playthrough happen and just kind of relax and also be like, ooh, spooky.
Yeah, no, I feel that entirely. Yeah, I haven't played it either, but it's one of those ones where you're so interested in the story, but also I get into a little baby. Oh, I can't say that on the radio. I get a little baby about it, so yeah. I
can play co-op horror games all day long. You put me in a horror game by myself, and I'm like the first sign of something spooky. I'm like, no, not today.
Yeah. That's
The stars are not aligned. We'll try that some other time.
Because you gotta push yourself, right? You gotta push yourself to go through that door. It's like
that's where I want us to start doing the horror games things. It's like push.
Oh my god, my partner gets so freaking mad when we go to like horror houses and stuff like that because I actually will be behind her and I will push her. I will push her physically through the house. And
Allegedly.
Oh no, I do. I like the one time we had a very, very public fight was over that. Cause I would like hold on to her and I'm like, I'm so down for the scare, but no, I Yeah, if you bring me to a horror game, the whole time I'm gonna be holding your arm, and like that plaid's gonna be ripped right off at the first jump scare. But yeah, there's something about having to push yourself to do something.
Yeah. Speaking of pushing forward, the best ongoing game list is Apex Legends, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 16. How's that an ongoing game? It's a single player campaign.
Like patch notes, maybe?
Maybe. Fortnite and Genshin Impact.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Eh.
Cyberpunk, yeah, but like, yeah.
Oh, I read that wrong. It's not Final Fantasy 16. It's Final Fantasy 14, the MMO. That makes more sense.
Okay, I was gonna say that's kind of weird, but also Cyberpunk is
I also started dabbling in the Final Fantasy 14 MMO.
really.
I haven't done much in it. Yeah, I'm a huge Final Fantasy fanboy.
Yeah.
Played all the PS2 versions of all of it, pretty much the games that came out.
Yeah, never got into that. Just yeah. Always
I
interested.
like my JRPGs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's your realm. Mine's the talking raccoon. It's a small realm.
Yeah, you're very limited on that realm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, or am I missing a note here?
So, Sly Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was missing a note.
Yeah, that's my small realm. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Best community support, though, despite the layoffs in Bungie that are going on right now. Destiny 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another one that's not been listed before is No Man's Sky
Okay.
for community support.
That is fair.
All right. Finally, and you know, I recognize a couple of these ones. Best independent games. Cocoon. Don't recognize that one. Dave the Diver. I do recognize that one. That's a nice little indie one where it's like a little side scroller pixel thing where half of it's capturing fish, discovering the plot, and if you ever played like Diner Dash, you're also managing a restaurant.
Yeah, we talked about it like months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, this year's been crazy for games release. So like, you know how like people say it's like, oh yeah, back in like 2013 or whatever year, we had all the like best games that came out. And then it's just been like, that was the golden age. And then it was just like, you know, the rest. That's what it's like, maybe one or two half decent things coming along.
I am glad that we got over the whole. Well, I shouldn't say this because then there's going to be like 14 examples. But I'm glad we got over the AAA people releasing unfinished games. Like
They're still releasing unfinished games.
Yeah, but
though.
they're doing it a lot less and a lot less bad.
Are you sure? Because the price of their incomplete games are like 3 times the cost they were like 4 years ago.
All right, I tried to have.
I'm sorry, but I didn't know I had this ammunition, but it was already cocked and loaded, and the safety wasn't on. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I just thought of Starfield, and that was awful. And then Cyberpunk, one of the games I liked, was awful at the start.
I still beat it at the start and enjoyed my purchase, though. Like, just because something's broken doesn't mean you're not going to enjoy it.
True. And I never purchased...
But we live in that era now where it's... We waving?
I was trying to wave to Julie and not disturb the show.
Oh. Adam's waving.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you know what? I got shut down pretty hard on that point. Yeah.
But I will give you the benefit of just because they're broken doesn't mean people don't enjoy them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Cyberpunk. I played that day one. I had palm trees glitching through everything. I still reloaded my save and kept playing.
101.3 FM, Amherst Silent Radio. Almost sent you to the wrong radio station there. Okay, and we're going to have an extended edition on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're going to be there. Thank you so much for listening to this week's show. Catch you next time.
Welcome back to On the Rewind.
Welcome back to On the Rewind. That is probably the third attempt. We're on the extended edition. Thank you for staying tuned and checking out the podcast. So we were on the Game Awards for 2023, the nominations. We've made it to kind of the best. I think I accidentally scrolled, but we did the best. We did the best independent games. Going to the Dave the Diver is what we were talking about before. Dredge, have you seen that one?
Yeah, we talked about that a little while ago, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like a horror like fishing simulator for like a little East Coast boatman.
Oh, that's yeah, I remember, because that seems terrifying to me.
We got the Sea of Stars, which is, if you're into JPEGs, not JPEGs, JRPGs.
If you're into looking at a picture,
image format, like PNG.
Yeah. But not GIFs. No, stills.
No, we don't do the GIFs here. That's too advanced for our generation. We leave that to the TikTokers. Yes, we have a TikTok.
We're old dogs in this new game.
Yeah. All right. So, Dredge, we got Pizza Tower. No, I was on the Sea of Stars. Sorry. All right. That late night recording, Burning the Oil's kicking in.
Yeah, it's funny. As soon as the extended edition
and I also have Julia staring at me intently, and it's intimidating. And as they wave to each other.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the extended edition really kicked your ass today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Noah's gonna help me out with this, the cat.
All right.
All right. So she stepped on my foot.
Okay, and welcome back to On the Rewind.
Yeah. Divulge into chaos. We ran out of tape. End of recording. Sea of Stars is a JRPG that is actually really cool in its art style. It's kind of got the warming. It's, I don't know. It's not like the 32-bit kind of pixel style, but it's got like that high fidelity.
Yeah.
Not quite voxel. Actually, better than kind of voxel, but it's not like Minecraft pixel.
Yeah.
It's definitely got the like 2D, not like better than like Paper Mario kind of vibe to it, but if you like D&D and fantasy, you don't mind turn-based combat, you'll like this.
Okay.
It's got an interesting story to tell. Like it's one of those things. It's you're telling stories of like several different companions going on, and you're looking at my cat.
Yeah. He keeps looking at me directly in the eyes. I am listening though, but right now you're just a TV show in the background.
Yeah. All right. So we got the best mobile games. We can divulge into all this. I'm surprised not to see. There is the best VR and AR games. I kind of want to touch on.
Okay.
So Resident Evil Village gained the VR mode, officially supported.
No.
You don't want to see the big mummy?
Well, okay, yeah. But yeah, there's gonna be maybe 5 minutes. I actually want to have that on my head, and then that's about it. Because I could not.
That's a highlight from that. I would beg to differ. I think the new Vampire the Masquerade, Justice, should be on that list there. It's gotten phenomenal reviews for such a low like small team that's gotten it. I feel like it should be somewhere on this list, but it's also a pretty late release to try and get it on the game show.
Okay.
Like unless you're like Rockstar or Call of Duty, which Call of Duty didn't even get on this list anywhere. Yeah. Nowhere on the Game Awards.
For good reason.
Yeah. Warzone tutorial. Like when Call of Duty can't make it onto the Best Game Awards, but you have a section dedicated to esport games, athletes, teams, and coaches,
Yeah.
and Call of Duty doesn't get on the same list that's on.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta take a look at yourself and what you're putting out.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that was pretty much made for them.
Like, Party Animals got on this list.
That looks like a fun game.
You should snag it. I have it. We should play it.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I think isn't it on Game Pass?
For Xbox.
Oh, shit, yeah. Because I was going to say, I looked at it at one point.
It might be on there now.
I've watched YouTubers play it.
Like, for best fighting games, you got Mortal Kombat 1, of course. You got Street Fighter 6. Yeah, that came out. We got big hitters like that. But you know what also got on there?
What?
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Uh-huh.
No.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
I believe Party Animals is a better fighting game than that one.
It is. It is. And, yeah, I love... Yeah, because I think Scooby's on that one, right? Or Velma or Daphne or someone.
You mean Shaggy?
Shaggy.
That was actually the Metaverse fighting game that got unreleased.
Oh, okay. Never mind that. I really don't care for it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's most anticipated games though for next year is we got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the second game in the remake, because it was a 3-disc game. Gonna get probably 3 remakes.
Yeah.
Hades 2, Like a Dragon, which is a spin-off of the Yakuza series, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8.
Star Wars Outlaws, I have looked into a bit. Looks kind of interesting.
I think they're hoping that the little critter that travels with you is going to sell it, because I don't know.
Oh yeah, we talked about
it's
this.
an offshoot of a Han Solo story, sure.
Yeah,
but I'm just Jedi Survivor. I don't know. I feel like has more of a pull for me than Outlaw.
Yeah, but see, Jedi Survivor is like the Dark Souls, right?
Yeah,
Seems
but
like.
it's, I wouldn't even call it. It's more of an action game.
Oh, okay. All right, then yeah. I just always
Like,
thought it was
there
difficult.
are some boss fights that lead into like that kind of style. And they got the different kind of weapon things. You got your heavy, you got your lights, you got your parries and dodges and stuff like that. But that's no different than Batman Arkham Asylum. The only difference is the button highlights over the head.
Fair, yeah. Yeah.
The only reason why they call it Dark Souls like is because it's got a sword. It goes.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of excited, but now the only thing that I was excited about was a single player game. But then I just realized Jedi Survivor single player. Also, do you know that the Star Wars Battlefront community is like still huge?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole like honor the 1v1 duel between the Sith and the Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of when we were talking about like YouTube shorts and Instagram reels, that comes out constantly because there is like full teams dedicated to like constantly playing it.
Well, it's like Titanfall 2 got a resurgence because they finally fixed the service and took it back from all the hackers that had a stranglehold.
Yeah.
And people are more happy to play Titanfall 2 than they do Modern Warfare.
I love how you keep bringing it back to the Modern Warfare. It's true though. It's sad. Also, I saw some Titanfall multiplayer mods, and that is hilarious. Your mech comes down at Shrek, who swallows you whole.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They get like ridiculous, but God, Titanfall was a good game.
You know what the problem with Steam lately is, though?
What?
All the smut games.
Yeah? Are those
Yeah,
getting
they
bad?
go on new and trending, and it's like, and okay, not this time, but like I looked at it before the show, like popular upcoming. It's like, okay, actually no, if I go popular upcoming, yeah, 7 smut games. If I hit more, then I start seeing other things like the Dune Imperium and stuff like that.
Yeah. Is it all like anime style stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I did. Is I have it so the tag anime off.
Really? Okay, I don't know how to defeat tags like that.
I have
They
no
get you
clue
something.
either. I did it one time.
But I like Bandai Namco though, and they do anime. They're like animes in the tag. Then there's a game like Code Vein where it's like you know a cartoony Dark Souls, but the whole premise is like you're infected by a disease that kind of turns you into a vampire.
Yeah. You can still find it. You just have to go looking for it.
Yeah, but half the time when I find games, it's because I'm looking at new and trending.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have not been on the Steam homepage in forever. It's usually a game I want. I go search it, and yeah, I get it. Just
That's
because,
fair.
yeah, back when I was in high school, like that was a problem, is when it started just like games or like it was doing too much bloatware on it.
Yeah.
There was just
Well,
so
they're
many
pretty good
games.
for like not making sure nothing has bloatware. Oh, I guess I should also announce, uh, coming up. Actually, let me check it timeline here. The day this airs, we got the Steam Deck OLED
Oh, no way.
coming out. Yeah,
Okay.
and so these ones I can actually get behind all 3 models.
Yeah.
So you got the $500 Canadian one, which is essentially a step up from the $440 one that has like a crappier hard drive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But with it's kind of like barely just a step up. Like you get the storage like increase and everything else that makes it kind of better. But then you also got so what's new is you got like for now mind you this is PS5 price territory
Yeah.
and upwards. But the first one here, so they've gone from Wi-Fi 5 to Wi-Fi 5 6E. Went from a 40 watt an hour battery to a 50 watt. So instead of 2 to 8 hours, you get 3 to 12. A smaller CPU, APU. Slightly bigger display size. But with the OLED, the difference between the LCD and the OLED is like you get deeper and richer blacks. Like the shading, it's like when you have your like an old TV on, you know how like when it's still black, there's still light coming out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it is supposed to be black, there is no light coming out of it. That
I
pixel.
like it. Oh,
So your shades of gray and everything else like that, like
Yeah.
like it's deeper in detail.
yeah. That was
It's
always the problem with
people that have the OLED monitors and stuff like that, and like games where you're stalking around in the middle of the night. Those are the people that can see because they can see what's a shadow and what's not just the background.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
black.
There was never really true black. That was kind of the problem with like early projectors and stuff like that. Oh, and I don't own a Steam Deck, but I gotta say, Deck with the D brand leather skin. That's a fancy looking device.
Okay,
That's a fancy looking device.
Steam Deck.
D
What was it? D leather.
D brand leather. Yeah, anyone they also sponsor stuff and we really should be waiting for the sponsorship. But
Well, until we start doing more YouTube content and stuff like that, we're not getting.
but yeah. You find it?
Looking at.
Yeah. Yeah, say that makes it look like a businessman's Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, right. Right.
That does it for you.
Oh, that does it for me and more. Those, yeah. Yeah.
Now, which leather are you talking? Like the real brown, real tan, or the real black?
The tan.
Really?
No, brown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the black's weird. No.
The title for this: real brown leather, full grain brown leather. Cows died for this.
Oh yeah, they like D brand is a funny brand. They were the ones that did
But
this.
and then it says in the thing, it's like uncorrected, full grain vegetable tanned leather. So it's made from vegetables, not cow.
Yeah, they're a funny brand. They were the ones that did the original like swap out for the PS5 skins.
Okay.
And then they got sued out the wazoo by Sony. So they
Oh
changed
yeah.
it a bit and then just reamed Sony in all their descriptions.
Yeah, they got a lot of fancy cases
Right? Yeah.
for everything.
Oh yeah, for everything. Yeah, it's all about changing the look of your devices. But yeah, it keeps bringing up the Steam Deck anytime I get an advertisement for them, and it's like only reason I'd ever want a Steam Deck is to have that leather on it and just make it look like I'm a professional businessman gamer.
Yeah. I really want the MetaQuest 3.
Yeah, I went on the Quest shop and don't ask me what I was doing with my headset on. But then I was looking at a game and I was like, okay, that's kind of neat. And then I'm like, that's a cool concept. And it's like, oh no, you need the pass through ability
Yeah,
to play it.
well, because they brought all the AR technology from the Pro headset, that like $1,000 one they released. Like all the AR technology that they got from that, they made it affordable and put it in the third one.
Yep. Yep. And some of the games that they show, like you can actually there was the zombie one where you can like go
Yeah.
into your living room and you can like have the windows in your house be like Nazi zombies.
Yeah,
And that's
so I love it.
right. That's just fucking that's sick.
And then for games you already have, they have like Demio,
yeah.
better
Oh,
pass
yeah.
through. You could have your own table set up there. Secondly, they have I forget the game, but it's essentially Metal Gear Solid like 1, like sneaking around kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And they have it where you can scan your house and stuff like that, and they'll set up like bay doors and windows and stuff like that, obstacle courses, lasers you gotta avoid, right? That you have to kind of crouch and go under time,
My partner
get
was
around, and sorry, go ahead.
My partner was already in very, very big danger of being clocked out.
But it has pass through, so you'll see your partner.
She just comes out of the washroom. Get down on your hands and knees. Come on. But yeah, I love that.
But like you're taking out guards in your own house. So if you ever want to simulate like the meme when a guy comes to rob your house, the civilian versus the veteran. You know the YouTube short I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I just like the idea of like my in-laws coming over and just they come in the door. I just got go sleep. It's just so sad, but awesome. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for the new year we gotta start planning some content and start trying to pump out some of the stuff here.
Yeah.
Because we vibe off each other quite well. I'm trying to do some of the news, but like, aside from like the gate, like everything that's out, everything that's gonna be like news is like pretty slow.
Yeah, news is news.
And the news that is out is usually bad news, like the layoffs.
Yeah, it just turns into a sad show.
Like, if I search up gaming news right now, go to Google, it's all about the nominees, the layoffs, UK box chart, Tomorrow for 3 launches #1. Okay, that's 17 hours ago.
Weird.
Forbes said otherwise.
Yeah.
But
So
like, I don't know. I trust Forbes more than I trust Kotaku and all the other ones there because they kind of they put their agenda before their review.
yeah. Well, yeah, because they want the game to review next time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been a huge issue.
But oh, on other news, PlayStation VR2 wins Golden Joystick Award for best gaming hardware.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was flopping. To be honest, I'm glad
Yeah.
though.
No, it's like it's got good technology in it. It's just expensive.
Yeah, yeah, like very, very expensive. Because I want to play the Batman VR like demo. It's not even a real game; it's just demo. But yeah, it's always just like the price point has always deterred me.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things. Just like you already have a headset, so it's hard for you to the warrant.
Yeah, another
It's just
headset.
like, whereas that's a good leap, but if you hook it up to your computer, you're gonna get an even better leap with the hardware you have.
Yeah, yeah,
Right. So that's the argument there. The reason for like the Quest 3 is just like, well, it's better independent,
yeah,
and it's got the AR stuff, so that's something new. You got, and then it also has better connection, so the latency for streaming wirelessly from your computer to your headset's gonna be better. It's
yeah,
got the Wi-Fi 6 on it, right?
yeah.
So it's like incremental. If you wait for the fourth one, it might go under. The meta might go under, but I'm kidding. um, no, but like there's probably going to be a prototype in between that's going to be like, hey, here's our new technologies. Try it out on this headset, like they did with the Pro. And then there will be a fourth one when like Steam Deck 2 has already been confirmed. They're just going to say we want to wait until the mobile processor units make another leap in what they can do.
Yeah.
Same thing with all these other headsets. Once like we have the rumored like 50 series around the corner. Like this summer coming up, we're probably going to hear about the 50 series, if not a release. There'll probably be some tech event and then a release of GPUs in the fall.
Yeah.
And the 40 series felt like it just came out yesterday, but they came out last year.
Yeah, everything is like just yeah, keeps moving forward, right?
Yeah. We live in that kind of consumer market, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, as soon as you get one, then the new one just gets announced.
Yeah.
You feel like you have to keep up.
Second, the thing you had your eye on is reasonably priced. The next one's out.
Yep. Yeah.
And they're asking for like a arm and a leg.
Oh yeah. Like I was looking into Apple's like pay ladder that they have you on.
Pay ladder?
Yeah, so like if you want the base iPad, let's say it's $300. That's okay for like 98% of people. But then if you want to get it a little better, you go and you do more storage. But then when you could, and then let's say that's $400. But then you see that for $400 you can get the iPad Air. But
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, so you get so much more for that. But then you look and the iPad Air only has 16 gigabytes. So you have to go up and get more gigabytes for your iPad Air.
Yeah.
So when you're sitting at $600, all of a sudden you look over and the iPad Pro is $600, and then obviously only has
Yeah.
16 gigs, and they keep putting you up and up and up until you're sitting at $1,000 from your $300 that you were looking at for an iPad, because you keep justifying to yourself that it's like, well, if we're gonna spend this much, why not get the best that I can get? And then you kind of look and you're like, well, I don't. There's no expandable memory, right? So
You know what though? Sony did the Uno reverse card of that. You heard about the PS5 Slim?
no. Do I
Okay, so they
wanna?
got there's the Slim, right?
Yeah.
And so it's cheaper. Or no. Let me pull up this. Let me get this right.
Do I
All right,
want to know?
PS5 Slim price. All right. So the PS5 Slim. Okay, I can't find it without it being bundled with Call of Duty. Okay, so the PS5 Slim will start at $449 US for the digital variant,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
The standard model retail for $500. Gamers will have to pay $50 more for a Blu-ray drive, or separately purchase it for $80, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's just say, okay, yeah. So let's say you get the separate drive, so you get 450 USD. Let me convert that. So 450 USD to CAD. There we go. It's $621,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
For you, and then it's $80, $79.99 to get the optical drive, so you can put your discs in your Slim,
Yeah.
right? So you got 450 plus 80, leaving you for 530
Yeah.
American, right?
Yeah.
That's $732 Canadian.
Okay.
A PS5 with an optical drive in it, the non-digital, is 650.
What the hell? Because yeah, the Slim isn't as powerful, right?
I think it's just downsized, really.
Yeah.
They just found a way to compact the air. The airflow's not as good, so it might throttle more.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you may as well just go buy
Right.
a regular PS5.
Yeah. The only problem is you've seen it in my house. It's freaking massive. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
stupid
It's
big.
it's like when Alienware tried to do like the little fucking like SteamOS desktops that were supposed to be the size that were supposed to be like an old PS2, not the slim PS2, like the old PS2
Yeah.
size, right?
Yeah.
It's like when they did that, and then it just kept getting bigger for air cooling, but they kept the same crappy parts in them.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, like that. Yeah. I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll just look over at it. I'm like, this. It looks stupid. Just looks stupid.
Yeah.
Big old fins on her.
But that's kind of what I got for news. You got any other stories you want to touch on?
Nah, you got the most important one that's been happening.
The layoffs?
No, the crazy girl.
Oh.
Yeah. Story wise, you're my outlet for news. I just watched I watched the Derek show. I got all my news I need.
The ADD guy with probably a tism or two.
With the tism. But yeah. No, I think that that wraps up the show this week. If you got anything else?
No, that's all. Wrap us up.
All right. So thank you very much for listening to the extended edition of On the Rewind. We broadcast every other Thursday on Amherst Island Radio, 101.3 FM. Got it right this time. And our full show plus the extended edition is on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, really anywhere that you listen to podcasts, we're right there for you to listen to. Thanks for listening to On the Rewind.